Hey everyone, Daniel here. Welcome to my channel for a new model building adventure. In this video, you will see how I started building this iconic Ferrari F40 model produced by Tamiya, and in this series, I will share the entire process with you. If you like my work and you'd like to see more interesting model builds and learn new building techniques, hit that subscribe button. It's free and helps me more than you imagine. Released in 1980s, the 1/24th scale Ferrari F40 by Tamiya remains a true classic even today. With a surprisingly detailed engine and functional features like steerable wheels, this kit is not just a model, but the perfect base for a next-level, realistic build. In the first minutes of this video, I am unboxing this classic model for you, and I will show you what this kit has to offer. As you can see, the box is not in great shape and resembles the real age of this model, which I purchased online some while ago for a very reasonable price. At first, I had some doubts about it, and I was thinking that the model might be damaged or missing some parts, but it turned out that it is complete and in new condition, with some of the bags still factory sealed and all the parts attached to their sprue. The body is in perfect condition and lines very well with the famous giant engine cover. The clear parts are in very good shape, but the decals are quite yellowed, and I'm confident that I will have some issues when applying them. Overall, all the parts are in very good condition and with complete details. Now it's time to take the first and most important steps in this build, preparing the body for painting. As usual, I marked all the molding lines with a black marker and sanded them down thoroughly until I was certain that none were still visible. After I finished sanding the molding lines, I carried on by deepening the body lines with a scribing tool to avoid getting them filled with paint and becoming invisible after applying the clear coating. The model has rear side vents that are shaped but not opened, which is an important detail for me. I need to address this before applying any paint. I started by attempting to scribe and penetrate the plastic with my X-Acto knife. However, after working on the first vent line, I realized there was a better and quicker solution. I used my cordless hobby drill to sand the backside of the vent until I could see light passing through the plastic. After that, I cut through with the X-Acto knife and shaped the entire vent nicely. To ensure all the holes were even and to eliminate any uneven shapes, I used a metal file that matched the thickness of the holes. I made a few passes in each hole to level them out. The final step before applying the first layer of primer is to thoroughly sand and clean the entire body of the model. I used a fine grit sanding sponge for sanding, which helps create a matte surface to improve the adhesion of the primer. After sanding the entire model, I wiped it down with a microfiber cloth that was dipped in isopropyl alcohol. After placing the model on the painting stand, I started priming by applying the first layer. I usually spray this layer very dry and fast. The purpose of this is to create a textured surface that will help the following layers to obtain maximum adherence. I have applied 4 layers in total, and between layers 3 to 4, I have done a wet sanding to eliminate all imperfections that have occurred when I applied the first 3 layers. The color I chose for this model is Rosso Corsa from Creative Colors. I think that this color is the most representative for this build and will give that authentic Ferrari look to this model. I applied 4 layers in total for perfect coverage, and I can say that the results so far are impressive. Unfortunately, I forgot to press record on my camera when I started applying the color, so what you can see now is actually the middle and the end of the painting process. After finishing the painting of the body and setting it aside to dry, I began assembling the engine. I carefully removed all the parts from their sprues and inspected them for any imperfections and mold lines. Next, I glued together the engine block and all the other parts that required adhesive. Once the glue was dry, I applied several layers of primer to ensure a smooth finish. For the color of the engine components, I chose superfine silver from Mr. Hobby, which works exceptionally well for this type of component. I painted the valve covers with matte red from Vallejo for an authentic Ferrari engine look, and after the paint was completely dry, I detailed all the bolts and letters with Molotov chrome paint, using my favorite tool, a toothpick. To make sure that engine details are visible, I filled all the deep spots with Tamiya panel liner. I want this model to be highly detailed, and to achieve this, I have added the wiring from spark plugs. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a thinner wire, and the one I chose, which was looking quite soft and on scale initially, ended up being quite stiff and thick for this model. But I decided to go forward with this just because I already had the valve covers with drilled holes, and I wanted to have these wires on my engine anyway. Before applying the clear coat, I wanted to position all the badge decals on the body to prevent them from peeling over time. As I mentioned earlier, the decals are yellowed and visibly aged. As I expected, applying them was quite challenging. However, with a lot of care and attention, I managed to place them all with only minor damage. Now it's time for the clear coat. As usual, I will use my 2K automotive clear coating system. After measuring and mixing the two components, I started spraying it on the model in the same pattern I used for the primer. First layer dry, followed by 3 wet layers. The exhaust pipes of this model are well-shaped, but they lack the holes. While I could simply fill the holes with black paint to mimic it, I aim for a more realistic appearance. To achieve this, I use my cordless drill with a very thin drill bit to deepen the holes in all of the exhaust pipes. The result is satisfying and enhances the model's overall realism. We are now at the end of the first part of this model building series. I want to thank you all for watching this video to the end and invite you to subscribe once again if you haven't done this already. The second part will be available soon, so stay tuned. Until then, I wish you all happy modeling. Goodbye.